All right, Taurus. So we're working on Taurus right now. So we got destiny and success. This was from the other day. I think it was yesterday. Yes. So some of you guys stepping into your birthday season. By the way, happy birthday to all my Taurus. Look at this. Destiny and success. So there's something that you've been working on, something that you've been doing, something that you may be overcoming. Yes, Taurus, for a lot of you guys. Now, the justice card also fell out while I was prepping and getting everything ready. Now, Taurus, this reading was supposed to be done yesterday. Okay. So I had left everything out. If you work in sales, look, increase in money and you got sales. I'm going to reshuffle, but I'm going to show you what I had left from yesterday when your reading was supposed to be done. It says, don't worry about what anybody thinks. This could mean on something that you're working on, something that whatever kind of job you have, some of you guys are hesitating whether it's going to be success or it's not going to be successful. Look, destiny and success. I want you to pay attention to these two cards. Take a snap picture of it without my mustache or with it. And I want you to understand this is what I was picking up. There's going to be justice because for some of you guys, somebody wanted to affect your success, your destiny. They either wanted to take it. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. So if you were dealing with that, somebody trying to take your destiny, trying to cause you to stumble, it's not going to work. And even like this, look, this came out. This all fell out. You're not the single type. Not Taurus. Look, right underneath it. Spell work, love bombing. So some of you guys, you actually pulled back. Some of you guys pulled back. If you were in a relationship, you pulled back. Somebody could have, I heard, they wanted to teach you a lesson. And I think this was the wrong lesson to try to teach a Taurus. You can have Taurus anywhere in your chart. And for some of you guys, if they did any kind of spell work, any kind of magic, any kind of gossip that could have affected you moving forward, believe it or not, you pulled back. And some of you guys, you could have fell into the system, meaning you could have been incarcerated, man or woman, or you're close to it. Now, as I rolled the dice, I have a 1 and a 5. You could be born on the 1st or on the 5th or on the 15th. These could be your life path. As you're coming out, as you're stepping out into the world, because for some of you guys, you went within and you started to do the inner work. Taurus, it's not like you. Taurus, you're out here bold, and for some of you guys, you might have pulled back. Now, as you're coming around, look, you're making somebody nervous. This could be somebody that could have caused you this injustice, or this could be somebody new that wants to come into your life when it comes to love. So for my Taurus that kind of pulled back, we're going to see what's coming up for you. It says your success, your stability is more important. So some of you guys, man or woman, you're pulling back and you're like, you know what? I'm going to put love on hold. I want to get my money up. It says, don't worry, be sexy. So some of you guys, yeah, I see you guys. It says career change and promotion. So some of you guys, somebody wanted to, if you were married, Taurus, they said if you were in a long-term commitment, they wanted to affect your insecurity. Good evening, everyone. Yes, come on in. Look, they wanted to affect your insecurity when it came to your the way you carry yourself. Taurus, you're very sexy and you know it, but for some of you guys, you could have been dealing with somebody that just wanted to hit like your it's almost like if they hit you where you feel insecure, it affects your stability. It gets you to where you're like unbalanced. And for a lot of you guys, It was your energy in a relationship that was creating this like you could have told your partner, look, by the time I hit 40 something years old, and you could be younger, but you had a set date. I want to be traveling the world. I want to do this. In other words, you had plans, you had goals, and of course you're going to share them, you know. And if this was a sibling, for some of you guys, it could have been a sibling. Let's see, let's get some tarot in here. Actually, you know what, they're guiding me to this one. What kind of energy? Taurus, you could have been dealing with a fire sign, or somebody that was in this energy of, you know, fighting and kind of war. This kind of looks like an Aries, you know. You could have Aries in your chart, but behind the scenes, look, they were creating chaos. Now, Taurus, for some of you guys, you have this energy. I have Taurus in my chart, and motherfuckers, if they come for me, look, I could be in this energy, and it could look like this, but somebody knew that you would step in this energy, and they could have set you up. Now, for some of you guys, you know, like I said, you could, Taurus, you could have this energy where if they come for you, if they gamble on you, they're going to see this side of you. But if you fell for that trick, it could have ended up, you could have ended up in the justice system. Now, Taurus, I'm picking up on some of you guys. If you change careers, some people could be mad because they're not benefiting off of you. This is a Taurus energy where you could have been helping other people, maybe guiding them, pushing them to do, maybe you were pushing them to be the better, like you were bringing out the best out of them. And they could have been assholes, like you're pushing them, and they're thinking of you like this, but actually you were bringing the good out of them. In other words, you were pushing them. I'm hearing you were pushing them onto their destiny, to where they can gain success. But some of you guys, you were dealing with people that once they gained success, 33, Master 33, they were gaining success. They were actually trying to push you down. Now, some of you guys could be in this energy where you're looking at a map plan and you're not paying attention to the people behind you. Look, there's people behind you. And Taurus, for some of you guys, you're not really caring about the past, and the past is trying to keep up with you. Picture you being in a big open field, Taurus, and all of a sudden, male or female, just picture this. Put this in your imagination. You know, all of a sudden, they were used to you fucking, you know, crushing on them, giving them this attention, giving them your energy. In other words, you know, sexual or just attention. And all of a sudden, you turn and you're heading in a different direction. Something is guiding you, and you know it's part of your destiny, part of your success. And this is going to be where this comes into play. Like, you're going to get your justice. Maybe you have this energy of the shamanic energy where you heal and you didn't know this, but you're figuring it out. And what people are looking at is that, okay, because look, right behind it, it's like a community. These could be 3 asshole bitches that were causing this challenge for you. But Taurus, either way, you take on this challenge, and this is part of who you are. They wanted you to be, you know, sent to the slaughterhouse, bitch. That's what I heard. They wanted you to be homeless at one point, but they're finding out, bitch, you're about to coach these bitches, man or female. Look, with the farm, everything that you sow, like whatever, if you're in this position where, Taurus, if you're in a position where you're feeling bad and you're wanting to get revenge, you could be like this. They could have you in a separate area. And at this point, you could see souls. You could see seeds of anger like this. You could see of, okay, I'm going to get revenge. And really what's happening is your ancestors are right there. They're waiting for you. What are you going to do, Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere in your chart? No, it's a gamble. This is something you're about to learn. You know? And some of you guys, you're going to take a risk on, you know what, let me go the opposite way, not of what your parents, what society is trying to teach you. No, you need to go this way. You're about to write a new script. This is you writing your new destiny. You know what? This shit didn't work out. Some of you guys could have been in a marriage or in a long-term commitment. You're about to get married and you're like, do I really want to get married to this fucker? Man or woman? If you're a woman, you're like, this fucker just likes to brush his hair and motherfucker doesn't, go even halves on the rent, on anything. Some of you guys, your ancestors gave you a glimpse of, look, you're going to end up like this if you deal with this person, man or woman. So what is this telling me right here? The butcher, there you have an ancestor that's telling you like, look, cut this shit out, cut this person out. You're meant to coach other people. So if you are going through hard times right now, let's say you're in this energy, because some of you guys, if you're picking up on this energy, you've been down this road, but you're not meant to stay there. This is one of the phases you're going and you're thinking, how could it have, been this person? And some of you guys, you're like, fuck, you never thought it was going to be coming from the closest ones that would put you in this energy. Like the bartender here. What is a bartender? You serve, you pick up people's spirits. Sometimes they dump all kinds of shit on you, but the bartender has a purpose to serve you, to pick you up. And some of you guys could be sitting in this energy. If you're not homeless, you could feel loneliness. Why? You should go within. So some of you guys, you're going to be writing your new script. How am I going to get to my destiny? How am I going to get success? Some of you guys, look, the number 8. Some of you guys are life path number 8. Look into that. If you're born on the 12th, look into that. That equals a 3, life path number 3. But if you have, if you notice, some of you guys could go back, man, everything happens on the 8th. You've had experiences that you wonder why on the 8th. Why do you have to, there's something you got to learn. Maybe some of you guys are meant to journal, write down, today I had this going on, and then look back a couple of years and be like, damn, did I improve? Because look, your success, this keeps grabbing my attention. And then look, don't worry what anyone thinks. Educator. Yeah, there's something you're going to coach. Maybe you're a coach. Maybe you're dealing with a coach. For some of you guys, you're meant to see all this that you're going through. You're meant to look at it over and over. Where do I perfect? Because you're going to do something big. With the butcher right here, look, man or woman, some of you guys got this eyes that you look at somebody and you're going to start to really see their intentions, and you're going to cut through the bullshit. That's what I'm picking up on, that you're going to cut through the bullshit and you'll be like, nah. And some of you guys, they want to play a game. They're going to meet somebody that matches their energy, and you're going to have them dancing away with anger. Look at this. Look what you're learning. Now, for some of you guys with this detective, you could have a detective that's been looking into you, maybe how you make your money, how do you have this crew, what do they do, and they're gambling. In other words, some of you guys are dealing with somebody that moves weight, but they can't get to you. Maybe for years I'm hearing, maybe you have different businesses like vendor you operate, or you just have taco stands every fucking where, and they're wondering how do you do it? Well, you're like, bitch, I have a carniceria, or I'm hearing. Maybe you have, you're about to school this detective, or you could be the detective. I don't know. Look, they want to know, wow, where's this money coming from? But they can't. You're protected, I'm hearing. There's one thing that people don't know. God controls everything, good and bad. Who do you think the devil works for? Because the devil don't work for himself. He got to ask permission. If you know, you know. Okay, so we have a player. Some of you guys could be dealing with the player, or you are the player. Taurus, put yourself where you belong. What's up with this player? Let's address this player. You know what's funny? That I put this deck over here, and over here I have Butcher and Coach. This player that's coming in, look, this is somebody that had a choice. Maybe you kind of told them, if you were dealing with the player, you could have told them, hey, it's either me or them. Who do you want? And they could be all in their head, or at one point they had you like this. And the crazy thing is, they had something. They said they did magic, for example, on you. You didn't know where you were going, but you were still moving forward. And they had something. You could feel it, or you could feel it at the moment. That's watching you. But look, the universe is telling you, follow your emotions, ground yourself and keep moving forward. Make a decision. For some of you guys, it's just making a decision. Do I let them go? And look at this moon. Very important. Maybe you need to make a decision by then. Okay? Look, this is what fell out. Somebody could be playing with your emotion. They're just playing. They're pulling on your heartstrings is what I'm hearing. But this person that's doing this, look, there's no green grass. If this person left you, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. This is a number 7. Some of you guys could be dealing, with somebody from July. And look, this is where this person's heading. To the 5 of Pentacles. Whoever took from you, I'm telling you, you're about to get justice. A ver, Taurus. What else does Taurus need to know? Inchy dog over here. All right. Taurus. Look. The universe wants to know, Taurus. Put it in the comments. You're about to close this Wheel of Fortune, but are you willing to close it? Because the universe is telling you, you are the star, baby. You are the star. So above as so below or something, look. And right here, if you notice on this card, you're not naked. You got clothes. Well, so you're not, that's a number 8. 17 equals 8, And then we have this right here. And it fell on top of this card. Okay? All you got to do is make, that's another 8 right here. Look, 8 over here. You just got to make this choice. And this one is flying with you. This is an eagle. This one over here is a crow. But you got the world in your hands. And look. So, Taurus, for some of you guys, you could have fire in your chart, but I'm picking up and it fell on top of the Butcher. There's somebody that wants to cut out the bullshit with this Butcher, and they're mastering their emotions, and they have a lot of, maybe this is somebody like a water sign, and they're trying to control their emotions, or maybe they're changed, do I want to invest? And they want to come in quick. Their pito could be on fire if this is your lady and this guy wants to come in, But you could be wondering, why is it taking so long? Because you have the Magician, and I split the deck, and these 2 cards are here. Look. It's like the universe is helping you with, I love the 13. El número 13 is death. Some of you guys, if you could have dealt with death, you could have dealt with a lot of tragedy growing up, and it's something that is new to you, and maybe you partner with death, o sea, you know how to handle the dark side, and you know how to overcome it. You know how to overcome it. So some of you guys, look, you have a partner that's coming in and they're rushing in quick. There's somebody that might have wanted to stop this reunion, but your justice is gonna be service like your ancestors. You could have somebody like this. I don't know why I heard Porky. Somebody named Porky. And this person, what's gonna happen is you're gonna elevate. When you trust in your ancestors, o sea, this justice here, it's almost like if you take things into your hands, it's gonna cause you to set yourself back. For some of you guys, look, you have the Empress with the Ace of Swords, and then you have the Nine of Wands with this strength right here, another 8. This is you reflecting back. This is you being on your throne. Taurus, this is, remember I told you the number 3? This is you trusting. This is you not having to lift one finger. You know the truth behind what somebody did in the past that was trying to stop your success and your destiny. This could be somebody that you could have been married to. This is Scorpio right here, 13. Look, this person tried to take your crown. And look, their time is up. Taurus, one of the things that I'm hearing right now is there's something that you have not been wanting to do, and it's this coaching. They want you to go within. Because Taurus, your 1-7 is Scorpio. Do you know Scorpio? Do you know this energy? This energy is like, cabron, bitch, give me back my shit. This is something, but you gotta apply the rules of the universe. Because look at all these calls. These, in other words, your ancestors want to work for you. They're gonna collect everybody that. So you know the truth. And with this right here, being in the 9 of Wands, this is you. You know what? This is you taking accountability. Okay, I went through all these lessons. And the Leo inside, this is you having the strength of not, what do you call it? I don't know why I heard train tracks. Either you live close to the train tracks or you hear the train, but not getting off track. You can see, look, infinity again. If you turn it over, that's an 8. This is you focus on what? Planting your seeds. And look, when you do this, look what's coming right behind it. And this is something that you got to keep within. This is a Page of Cups, but this is a mermaid. And look at the mermaid. It's down here. And this is you being able to go from the pentacles is earth to water. You have to balance. Okay, that's okay. Okay, look, there's a tower moment for somebody. Or maybe it would be for you. Hold on, let me get to this. They want me to show you. This is important. What did I say right here? This could be you, Taurus. This is you learning how to balance your money and your emotions. Very important. Your emotions, very important. This almost looks like a 4. I don't know what sign that is, but look. I told the signs the other day and it knocked the fuck out of me. I had to go to sleep. This is you paying attention. Okay. You might have love coming. You might have other people distracting you, but look, you are destined for success. Let me see. Look, why? I'm talking to a Taurus. Look at the goat right here. No matter what your age is. I'm talking to a Taurus, or this is you about to gain the wisdom you need, is that you offer God the blessing first. You always put God first. Look, this is for you. What do I do with it? Mm-hmm. That's why even the devil works for your ass. I'm hearing. For some of you guys with this, look, the Magician and the Knight of Wands. Here you going back. This is you now co-creating with the universe. Look at the flowers here. Isn't Mother's Day in May? Isn't Taurus Mother? Look at this. Look at this. For some of you guys, you're co-creating with the universe. Now you're coming back in. You're coming back into the city after being maybe away in the woods. And look, equal give and take. Some of you guys, you could be dealing with the air sign. I heard Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. We got the Libra over here. And they could be, this is somebody that lost you. They know the relationship is dead. Look, there's right here. For some of you guys, it's dead. They know somebody's coming in for, look, this is crazy, man. I've never seen it like this. As you're coming back in to the city, there's another person like coming back in. And this, like I said, this could be you. This could be you knowing who the fuck you are. This is you, like you're Taurus and your 1/7 is Scorpio. Now that could be your twin flame. And this caught my attention. Look, I am enough. This is you coming into unity, your masculine, your feminine energy. It says, I am enough. I have enough. I am enough. I have enough. And damn right, I'm fucking worth it. See, but let's shuffle right here. Now, Scorpio, for a lot of you, Scorpio. I'm telling you, you could be dealing with the Scorpio. Some of you guys, you're going to step into your energy with this Queen of Wands over here, and you're going to flourish. Man, when I looked at this right here, look, I saw like two eyes right here. Like you have this entity, this ancestor back here that don't mess around. And look, behind it was this. And then the moon. There's going to be communication. Like, look, and the devil's back here. Hijo de su pinche madre. Okay, so whoever comes against you, if there's a fire sign that has bad intentions towards you, like to try to put you in this 10 of swords and they're keeping it secret, you're going to get communication. For some of you guys, it's going to go back to this person, this fire sign. If you were dealing with one, it could have put you in this position only. And I was like, why would they put you in this position? Why? Because you wanted to walk away. You wanted to walk away from the bullshit. And there was somebody in your past, Scorpio, this is a different side note. This could have been a fire sign that wanted you to fucking die, for you to be in this 10 of swords. And they sat there and watched you. You know, they tried to keep this secret, but there's communication. People are going to know that they were working with the entity. To stop you from having destiny, your success. For some of you guys, this was a person that wanted to swap destiny with you. And for a lot of you guys, you were just trying to take a leap of faith in a different way. You were willing to leave, but they caused you conflict. Look, some of you guys just wanted to heal. And now how are they watching you? They're watching you like this. Look, water and earth. What did I keep telling you? What? Earth and water. They see you balance. You have the intuition. Let's get out of here. All right, let me just pull one of these for you guys. It says, I choose to surround myself with people who fucking respect me. So look, this is what they're seeing. This is how you're schooling the shit out of somebody. You're gonna teach somebody a major lesson. All right, so let's see for, you know what? I got these cards. It said big money affirmations. Let me see. What do we have for Scorpio? These fell out. It says, they want me to give you these. It says, I make decisions that align with my highest financial good. Take a snapshot, baby. This is something you gotta, this is your affirmations. It says, money isn't good or bad. It's a tool to build the life I love. Oh my God. And then the last one, the more I impact others positively, the more money I make. It makes sense with this, huh? Some of you guys, you're gonna turn. Pay attention. Some of you guys, happy birthday to all my Taurus. Shout out to my godson, El Torito. He's happy as fuck. He's YouTube. He does YouTube también, or TikTok. For a lot of you guys, you can have Taurus anywhere in your chart. It's very specific. A lot of you guys, you're wondering, why did I have to go through it? I feel that some of you guys feel this injustice, and you're going to pull back. You're going to watch this video again. You're going to send it to somebody you know that's going through hardship. They feel like they're dying. For some of you guys, you feel like you're in this energy. You feel like you're stuck and I can't go nowhere, you know, night after night. And you're wondering why. Why did I go through this hardship? Or, you know, why? For some of you guys, you were just trying to walk away, and then everything hits, and you're going to realize that this is part of your journey. This is part of you gaining the success. This is part of you owning this, your destiny to get to success. And it's going to start with you. And some of you guys like, shit, why did I have to go through it? You needed the experience. You're going to be proof. It's like God is going to be, how else are you going to get out of this situation? It ain't because you. No, this is something God, the universe is going to help you, and it's going to guide you to guide others. And that's the fucking truth. Look, some of you guys are going to heal. Some of you guys could have Sagittarius. Some of you guys you're meant to heal this money. You're going to help others to succeed. Remember what it says right here. It says, the more I impact others positively, the more the money I make. So when other people in Taurus, for some of you guys, if this was siblings, I just picked up, for some of you guys, you could have had somebody passed over and they were fighting over an inheritance. And I could tell you that just kind of resonates with me. There was my siblings were so fucking focused on fucking what inheritance they possibly could get instead of, you know, our father. And I don't say it to bash nobody. I'm saying this to help others. And it was sad to see. They knew who was in charge next, but they were so greedy, including a spouse, an ex of mine. Like, damn, you never would expect that. But I gave it to God, and I focused on whatever he needed me to go through. Some of you guys could be experiencing that, and you wonder. Some of you guys are meant to just walk away. Look, I'd rather go after what God. If I could switch places, like I asked God, please, you know, could you switch? Because my father wanted to live. You should have seen the ability of this man wanting to live. And I had already lived everything. I was satisfied with what God had already gave me. And I asked him, and he said no. And we just got to accept the role, what he says. And then the sad part after that is, you know, you get all these fighting for materialistic things they can't even hold. They don't know. They never work for them. For some of you guys, you have siblings that are years younger, yet they want what they didn't work for. I just step back and allow God to handle the situation. And some of you guys are being asked to do that because you could be in this energy wanting to butcher their fucking ass because they never worked for it. But sometimes you just gotta let go and let God handle it. And guess what? You're gonna learn a valuable lesson. You're gonna teach them, or God will teach them. Some of you guys, you're meant to move forward. And look, Move forward, in silence is what I'm hearing. You are the star, and you're going to close this chapter. And watch those that came against you, because it's going to be very tempting, especially having Taurus in your chart. If somebody fucks with you, excuse my language, if somebody messes with you, you already know. You have that energy, but you're going to shock people when you step back and you get into this energy. You get into this energy where you're like, all right, instead of butchering you, I'm going to let you do what you can. And let me step back, listen to God, and let God teach you how to, maneuver through this situation. Okay? It says, love everything about you. And once you keep this hustle, because some of you guys, if you're Taurus, bitch, you're never going to be missing out on money. You know how to hustle. If you have Taurus in your chart, there's no way. You already have a connection, and you're going to hustle. With the moon, I see the moon. It's like they don't even know where it comes from. It says, I want to kiss your... For some of my males, this is what you have, somebody that you have a connection, this love connection. And it says that Pete, look. So my ladies, if you were wondering about a Taurus, he loves those lips, both of them. Yes, it makes you shiver, huh? And look, that's what I got for you, you nasty cochino Taurus. I included myself, shit. I love how crazy you make me feel, Taurus. Claim this energy. For some of you guys, you make somebody go crazy. Just your energy. For some of you guys, you've been apart from this person and they miss it. Look, the feds are watching, and so fucking what? Let them fucking watch. Never give up. I just channeled that shit, okay? I just channeled that. I am fearless. I am fearless. Yes, I am. And I am sexy. Put it in the comments. So I got to let you guys go. I might do Scorpio right now. Give me about 20 minutes. Let me get this energy out. Meditate. And know one thing. Look, your hard work is paying off. And pull back your energy. Anytime you feel somebody messing with you, trying to play with you, oh, I'm better than you, look, pull back your energy, call it back, and always remember, God is in control, even for those motherfucking feds, bitch. That's what I gotta go. I'm channeling that. Thank you for your support. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment.